Well, good morning. My name is Johan Nilvé. I'm a superintendent with the Swedish Police and its HR department. And I'm here to reflect on mindset as the key to make change happen. And I'm going to focus on leadership and employeeship mindset. Well, first of all, what is mindset? Well, I would say that mindset is an established set of attitudes held by someone, by a person, and that your mindset will influence how you behave. And if you want change as a leader, not only do you have to work with changing your own mindset, you will also have to take lead and being a role model in helping your employees to change their mindset. Together, a change of mindset will influence the organizational culture and make change happen. The conditions of police work, I would say that policing is a knowledge-based profession in that sense that everyday employees translate their knowledge, their experience, their skills and their attitudes into action. And in other knowledge-based professions like doctors and teachers, there has to be a certain amount of autonomy in order to get hold of the competence of the employees so that they can create the results aligned with the overall mission of our organization. However, and this is very important, that autonomy is not unconditional. It always has to be balanced towards the overall mission of the organization, its purpose, its goals, its objectives, and its priorities. The man on the picture is Dan Eliasson. He is the National Commissioner of the Swedish Police. And these terms, top down, bottom up, inside out, outside in, is just management terms which I'm going to use to try to explain the movement that Swedish Police is trying to do right now. Top down is the traditional hierarchical leadership where leaders make decisions and employees follow them through pretty much without questioning. Bottom up, on the other hand, is when the competence of the employees are viewed as a strategic asset in order to get good results. The inside-out perspective is when the needs of the organization is what's in focus. And the outside in is when the needs of the society and its citizens, it's what's in focus for the work we do. And I would say that traditional police organizations all over the Western world are built from the top down. They focus on command and control, hierarchy instead of inclusion, management ahead of creating understanding amongst the employees. Police organizations are often conservative, pragmatic, not particularly open to new research, knowledge and development, an inside-out approach, so to speak. And I would say that these perspectives define the hierarchical police organization and is a significant part of the organizational culture. And culture is what's important here, because as Swedish police organization has made a big reorganization since 2015, culture doesn't automatically change. You have to work separately with that one. And I also say that the challenges of our times, like in employing new generations, technical development, changing crime patterns, globalization, terrorism, demands a more flexible way of dealing with things in order to be effective. In that perspective, reforming police organizations to be more of a bottom-up and an inside-out organization gets interesting. So the outside-in approach that focuses more on the needs of the citizens, and leadership focusing on creating good working conditions for the employees in order to make results that are aligned with the overall mission of our organization. And as a starting point, these changes demands a development in leadership mindset as well as in employee mindset. starting with the leadership mindset, well, to be able to shift from this more reactive command and control, hierarchical, traditional policing to a more proactive, participating, guarding policing, you will have to work with your attitude, your mindset, your established set of attitudes. And in order to get hold of the competence, the engagement, inspiration and creativity of your employees, you will have to balance that hierarchical, traditional way of dealing with things so that you can create a certain amount of autonomy. And I would say that balance is the key word here, because of course there are legal concerns that demands a known hierarchy in policing. And of course there are situations where command and control leadership is effective. But not most of the time. Most of the time it probably would be more effective in letting the employees be more responsible for their work. Leadership in that sense ought to be more about creating conditions for the employees to fulfill their individual potential as a part of the overall mission of the organization. Not leaders viewing themselves as a decision-making expertise. In order to do so, leaders must build relations with the employees based on trust, and in doing so also accepting the liability of being a role model. We need to see a change even in the employeeship mindset as well, because in order to accept that responsibility, in order to take responsibility for your decisions and your actions, employees, on the other hand, they must be more in tune with the overall mission of the organization and work according to its priorities. They need to be liable for the autonomy and the trust that is given them. They need to be active. They can no more passively await micromanagement and hierarchical leadership from their superiors. They can no longer view their superiors as experts. They have to start trusting their own knowledge and experience. By reflecting on their actions and learning from them, there has to be a focus on the potential of everyday learning. And I would say that these two different mindsets, together with a change in operational mindset, which Nicholas and Chip is going to talk to you about in a while, is an absolute imperative for police organizations today to be more up to date, in tune with the challenges of our time.